Gentlemen, hello. It's me. It's Pat. It's your guy, Pat Nat. I'm here. I'm here on a stream. That's crazy. It's not that crazy. I've done streams before, but I'm here. And I see some people in chat. Welcome, spotters. Thomas. I hope you guys enjoy your stay. Uh, this is a stream. This is a not only a stream. This is my last stream for a very very long time. Because this is a goodbye stream. If you missed all the information, I'm turning it into a little bit of a creative podcast, a little bit of just a hangout session, a little bit of an explanation as to what's going on, as well as just a little bit of a gaming sesh that I'll kind of end the stream with basically. I've already got all the Switch stuff hooked up, so there should be some Switch games happening at some point. But yeah, for the most part, just me talking to you guys, saying some things, explaining what the heck's going on, where I'm going, where I've been, and basically remembering good times over the last 8 years of YouTube videos, and collaborations and stuff like that. So pretty chill time. I don't have a ton of plans. I don't have a script or anything like that. I was I'm just streaming for fun, right? Fun time to talk about things. Welcome, Caesar. Good to see you there. Hello, Owlton. No, I am not playing SnowRunner. Thank you for the offer, though, Owlton. I understand that comes from a very warm place in your heart. It's so warm that it would melt the snow. End of an era. Yeah, it is a bit of an end of an era, specifically for me and other people. I don't mean to devalue that, but what I'm saying is I feel that too. YouTube's been a very big part of my life for a very long time. It's actually scary how big of a part of it's been in my life when I take a retrospective look. But also, I am doing a good job of not thinking so much about the fact that I am stopping doing something I've been doing for so long. Um, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't think you can. My earbuds are tripping out, or headphones. In fact, I'm just gonna take them off for now. I don't need to wear them right now. I've got my hat and glasses. That's all I need for a stream, right? Hat and glasses. Check check. Okay, so I'm stalling a little bit because I just want to make sure that anyone who does plan on showing up at the beginning makes it. And then I'm gonna just basically start talking about why I decided to stop doing YouTube, what I plan on doing in the future, and then also just remembering good times with the boys, basically. And yeah, that's the game plan. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. No crying in chat, because if you guys start crying, then I'm probably not gonna cry either way. But if you guys start crying, I'm gonna be sad, and you guys don't want me to be sad. So we're gonna keep this happy times as we remember the good times over YouTube, of creating and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I think I've sent out all my links and stuff like that. If you guys have questions about just I guess my life or whatnot, feel free to ask them, or what I plan on doing and stuff like that. I'll probably start getting to some questions a little bit later. But return to YouTube win. Actually, I will cover that one. We have to make Pat cry. That's a very ambitious goal. I don't cry super often unless it's in movies. Movies can make me cry pretty quickly. But reality not so much. Um, but yeah, feel free to ask some questions and then I'll try to cover some of them. But of course, some of my explanations will probably clear some of that up anyway. Um, and I guess now's as good as time as any to basically talk about. Before I get into why I made these decisions, I kind of want to explain to what extent I'm leaving YouTube because it is a pretty major extent, but there's still going to be some videos coming out basically. For one, Pat's Creative Podcast. I've still got some of those that are only available to Patreons right now. My goal is to get those all public over this month. Hopefully, there'll be one releasing tomorrow, assuming I have time. Uh, it doesn't take that long to do. It's still just some busy work that I have to cover. But yeah, so those will be public soon. If you guys are worried about the ones that you missed, they'll all be out there. I've got 3, 4, maybe 5. I think like 4 more podcasts that aren't public yet. So it shouldn't take too long to get those released. And then yeah, with regards to other things I have recorded that have not aired, there's a lot of it. There is a whole lot of stuff that I've recorded not aired because um yeah, basically this transition of having free time to not having free time, I didn't slow the reins of recordings fast enough. So well into when I knew I didn't have free time anymore, I was still recording several things a week, and thankfully most of those are getting wrapped up. A big thing is bracket breakdown. Obviously, I have another season of bracket breakdown fully recorded, not edited. I was originally hoping to start releasing this month, kind of in honor of Metroid Dread coming out because it is a season on Metroid games. But as soon as August came by, that became very clear there's no way that was going to happen. But I do definitely want to get those released. I don't plan on shelving bracket breakdown seasons because those are big productions with a lot of people involved. And we have the third season also mostly recorded, so that's gonna have to air as well. Whether or not I'm the one editing, I don't know. I think I might be hiring an editor for just those two seasons specifically, and then after that, I don't have plans on recording anymore because I am leaving YouTube, believe it or not. And yeah, so those would be the last seasons of Bracket Breakdown, but they should, in theory, air eventually. I have no idea when. It is a priority though. For right now, the biggest priority though is getting the podcasts out, and then it's probably Bracket Breakdown. And then even over on some other channels, I have one or two videos recorded on the for PatNet Games I would still like to air. Also, I might do one more recording on there because it was I hinted earlier that I was going to do top 100 games. That's kind of an important video to me, so I'm going to try to record that at some point. And that's going to go on PatNet Games. And then of course, I have one or two other Smash videos that are recorded that I'd like to get released on there. Depends if it's going to be a part 1, part 2 situation. But that said, that's all you're going to see from PatNet Games coming up and for possibly ever. I don't know. And then there's also Cake Core. There is always stuff on the Cake Core backlog. There's never everything uploaded on Cake Core. And they're probably everything that we've recorded is probably not everything's going to get released, just, speaking realistically. But there are a few series that I would like to finish up. One is Metroid Prime, because I played through that with Trent, and that was a really fun time, and we recorded the entire thing, and it's relatively easy to get out there. So that's going to be lower on the priority list, but that's on there. And then, of course, I would love to edit the final few episodes of 3 Stock, because that was a really fun series, but that takes a little bit more time to edit, so that's a little bit further down the list. And then we've got maybe Caleb can answer this, but we've got half a dozen vlogs that are completely edited and uploaded to the channel, just need literally thumbnails. I'd like to get those out at some point. I just keep forgetting about those ones, to be honest. So yeah, there's still some stuff on Cake Core that can be uploaded. And then of course there's other Cake Core members as well, and they also have some stuff on their backlogs, and they're always welcome to upload, and they might, who knows. But maybe that's a good transition to explain my particular participation in Cake Core as well as other channels. I'm not going to be spearheading any new series anytime soon. I don't have plans on doing that for Cake Core, but if time or 2 or 3, 2 or 3 business videos though, which means half a dozen in my book. Yes, we will release the vlogs. I will. I just have to. Yeah, I really just gotta sit down and do it. But yeah, then the Cake Core marathons, I would love to continue doing those. I don't have any plans on stopping those, but those also require, those have always required a decent amount of work and prep time, and every year it's kind of like, we'd love to do it again, but if time doesn't allow it, time doesn't allow it. Time almost didn't allow it last year, or this year. It feels like a year ago. But we made it happen, and if we can make it happen again, we'll make it happen again. I definitely like doing the Cake Core marathons, obviously, and I like raising money for children's hospitals. So that's still a plan. In fact, we've already, every marathon we start developing new ideas for the next one, and there's so many cool ideas I'd love to implement, but we'll have to see on that. So that's my involvement with Cake Core. Oh, in terms of Ultra Cake Core, and I'm mostly talking about Cake Core right now because I know there's a lot of Cake Core reps in the chat. In terms of Ultra Cake Core, it's probably safe to say that Ultra Cake Core is finished. Which is sad to say. The extent that it would come back would be through the form of live charity events. That seems like the future of Ultra Cake Core, if it has one. If not, 10 seasons, good run. Hey, I'm happy with that number. That's a solid number. Not to mention all the live rounds and the scrapped rounds and stuff like that. But we've always been getting more and more busy for those, and those have always been harder and harder to schedule new ones. So it seems like a natural progression anyway. But if Ultra K Core does come back, it's going to be in the form of live, most likely, or potentially, if there's enough interest and the right people are found, I don't necessarily mind handing down the torch to someone else to carry that through, but that would require a lot of yeah, spiritual successor. That's kind of what I'm saying. Theoretically, if the opportunity provided a proper torch handoff, then I'd be comfortable with that. But I'm pretty proud of what Ultra K Core has accomplished, and I don't necessarily want to deliver the name to something that won't kind of continue that spirit. Because at that point, they might as well just have a new round. So I do have some attachment to the name itself, but we'll see down the line, whatever opportunities arise. There definitely won't be any this year. That's pretty clear. It's also the end of the snowman shirt. So, I wonder if I can actually bring out the old snowman shirt too. This is the snowman shirt 2.0 that I got in December. I'm not going to reach for it. There's one over there though. That's the old school one. Yeah, I have no idea if I'm going to ever wear these again, which is pretty crazy to think about. Because the snowman shirt thing, it was just happenstance that it became part of like the brand and whatnot. It doesn't have any conceptual meaning. It's not part of any theming of my channel or anything like that. I didn't know anything about theming back then. I arguably still don't. But yeah. Oh shoot, I'm getting Discord messages now. What was I saying? Yeah. So snowman shirts actually might be retired. Yes. I suppose maybe I could stand up. I've got a tight setup here. It's hard to tell, but there you go. There's the as good as a view of the snowman shirt as I can give without wrecking the backdrop. But yeah, so snowman shirt will probably be retired. With regards to PatNat, Pat's Creative Podcast, stuff like that, that is going to be officially done. I'm not going to be recording any more bracket breakdowns or Pat's Creative Podcasts. As sad as it is to say, because those two have been some of my favorite things I've ever created on the channel. Auction them off, yeah, $5 a piece. The how old is 2016? It's now 2021, soon to be 2022. As soon as Christmas hits, that shirt is going to be about 5 years old. So I'm sure $1 for every year. I think that's how the math adds up. No, I'm good. Yeah, you're fine, Caleb. You know what, Caleb? You can have them free of charge. Sorry for bumping the mic. Free of charge. I'll drop them off at your house. You can take both the snowman shirts. Yeah, everybody wants snowman shirts. That'd be a great way to make a quick buck. Just auction off things from like, hey, who wants the classic PatNat microphone? The 3.0 edition. Actually, there's other microphone. Oh shoot, how fun would it be to do show and tell the old microphones I've had? Okay, that's remind me in a bit about that. Gonna frame it. That's a good question. I guess I could do something as like a keepsake. Yeah, the snowman shirts have been through a lot of videos, a lot of I think 1 or 2 marathons. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I should frame it. I don't know. Yeah, but Pat's Creative Podcast, Bracket Breakdown, those are both done. Just hopefully 2 more seasons of Bracket Breakdown. I just need to figure out how to get that uploaded. If I'm not going to edit it, then someone else will. I'm going to find a way to get it released. Because they were great seasons, and I love Bracket Breakdown. Okay, what was I talking about? Yeah, PatNat Games. PatNat Games, in all honesty, if one channel is going to start uploading again, like, in a year or 2 or something like that, it would probably be PatNat Games. Just because, I don't know why, but restarting it up with the format I did, I was like, ooh, this is not too difficult to do, and I really, really enjoy it. And yeah, I don't know, just a place to share my opinions on games. I don't know how long it's going to go till I go crazy without being able to share my opinions on games. So if anything would come back over the next 2 or 3 years, it would probably be PatNat Games. That said, I still don't have plans of actually bringing it back. And same thing with any of the channels. So that kind of goes into like goodbye. Is actually goodbye? Yes, it is like actually goodbye. I'll sneak it in your car next time we go to Cane's, Caleb. Don't worry. Yeah, it is actually goodbye. It's not a gag, not a prank or anything like that. Now you might be wondering, Pat, why why go by? Why go bye bye? Um, so 2020, particular year, right? We all know that. And one thing that's very particular about 2020 is that I didn't want to experience it. I wanted to. I didn't want. I wanted the year to be over, as I'm sure a lot of people did. And I needed something to occupy my brain before, going absolutely crazy. So that's what kind of started Pat's Creative Podcast, which was a huge uh, turning point in my creative understanding. uh, no, bye bye. Can we get some waves in chat for bye bye? Um, yeah, it was a big turning point for me creatively, and I learned so much from talking to the people that I talked to, and so many collaborations, and it was such a bizarre. Just don't leave your glasses. I will leave my glasses. I always do. It was such a bizarre uh, feeling where pretty much every other project had this level of creative burnout that was always approaching, and it was just like, okay, I gotta just work through it because of the creative burnout. I don't think I got fully creative burnt out once during the year of making Pat's Creative Podcast. So, yeah, thank you for the waves, guys. Uh, it was just a blast. It was an all around blast, a format that I was happy with, and I could have kept going creatively for a very long time. When I stopped, when August hit, uh, I didn't stop at all because I was like, I'm burnt out, or I can't do this, or this is getting boring, or something like that. I was so ready to keep going. It was literally just time, because during 2020, I had so much free time, so much time at home, a much easier schedule to work with. As soon as August came, everything started reopening in my life, and just basically scrapped away whatever free time I had. And it's all with good stuff. I'm actually really enjoying both school and work right now, and social life and stuff like that. So nothing bad is occupying the time of YouTube, which is why it makes it easy for me to be like, let's replace one fun thing with another fun thing, Um, and uh, yeah, if you picture like all the stuff I was doing leading up to August of like PatNet, Pat's Creative Podcast, Bracket Breakdown, PatNet Games, the Cake Core stuff. Um, that was a big workload going into August, and I needed to start chiseling away at stuff that I just didn't have time for anymore. And the more and more I chiseled, I was like, okay, I've got like two or three things that I might have time for now. And then at that point, I was like, what if I just stopped completely? Um, because it's tough to go from like fully doing as much YouTube as you can to just not doing it. And I've never been good at just half doing YouTube. I always start half or start small and then just add more and more and more and more onto the workload, and then you know and so it probably end up eating too much of my time anyway, and I was like, you know what if we just stopped? I've also not experienced what it's like to be a uh, teenager slash young adult who has not been spending so much time on YouTube. Who knows what kind of cool things are going to happen now that I have more time that's not spent towards YouTube. Uh, just a thought. It's like, what other life experiences will I be able to experience because I now have time for it? And the other thing is, YouTube has been the creative outlet for me, my primary creative outlet. It took me this long to realize what the heck the ocean meant, but yes, thank you for the waves. Um, the thing is though, is with my studies, I'm always doing creative things, and I'm going into a design field, which is super creatively driven. And I think this was like one of the first semesters in my studies where I not only started feeling more confident in my future as a designer, but also just started enjoying design a lot more. So because of that, I was like, I think I'd rather fully focus on my future as a designer. Let me just graphic designer specifically. I hate how much headroom I keep giving myself. Um, so, and I just had one or two of the right professors and one of the two of the right classes to really, really inspire me to go further down that route. So, as much as I love video making and stuff like that, and I wouldn't turn down a full-time job in video production. Uh, I still see something here with this design thing, and I need to follow that for a bit. And I do plan on following that for at least one more semester after this one. and that's when I should be graduating from university. By the time I graduate, I should hopefully be able to land a job, and one that I can stick with for quite a while. Um, and that's the goal basically. And if I am dividing half my time from that to YouTube, that's just not a wise business decision. As if I know anything about business, but it's not a wise business decision. I would rather just fully focus on one of them, and I'm probably going to focus on the one that's more likely to actually be something sustainable. So if you got one creative field that's not sustainable and one creative field that is, you might as well go for the creative field that is, if it's creative either way, and it is. So that's kind of my thought process. That was the month long epiphany that I was going through in the month of August. Uh, the only sucky part was that I was in the middle of so many recordings when it happened. So I kept bringing them back in. I'm like, come on, come on. You could say graphic design is your passion. Graphic design is my passion. I mean, I've got a lot of passions. Video making is definitely one of them too. Podcasting is one of them as well. But design is definitely in that top three. And yeah, I don't know. I made some things this semester that I was really happy with, and I was like, I could see myself doing this for a living. So that's what I'm leaning towards, basically. Um, yeah, what was I saying? Basically, I three stock was happening at the time. Bracket breakdown was happening and still is happening. I got my wires crossed. I thought we were recording bracket breakdown tonight. We're not. That's next week. But that's how frazzled my brain is with just other stuff I have to do. I genuinely just I don't have time to be the YouTube Pat that you guys know and love for very much longer. So that's ultimately what led to my decision. Again, it's all happy things. I'm all like, it's replacing good things with more good things. So I'm not upset. I'm also really happy with what I accomplished. Uh, what me and other collaborators have accomplished, because it's like, no worries, Caesar. I'll see you on a Minecraft world, hopefully. Um, which, yes, because I'll still be playing Minecraft. You think just because YouTube's gone, I'm gonna stop playing Minecraft? That's not gonna happen. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's good things replaced with good things, and I'm nothing but looking forward to the future. No burnout. It's nice to leave without being drained. That's what feels good. It feels like I'm leaving content when it's like very inspired for me, as opposed to just losing motivation or inspiration and then leaving. So whether or not that actually means anything, I don't know. But it just felt like a good time to head out. Good time to I'm a head out. So I think that's most of my bases covered as to why I'm leaving and to where I'm going. Um, yeah, I guess with regards to my internet personality or persona, um, I still have social media right now. I don't plan on using Twitter as a means of social media after this. Basically on YouTube, I was reading those feeds. I was keeping up with everybody. I'm just not going to do that anymore. I don't like Twitter. I hate Twitter, actually. The pretty much the only things I really disliked about Pat's Creative Podcast was how much it was going to how much it required Twitter and tweeting and social media and stuff like that. Freaking hated that part. That's the only part of Pat's Creative Podcast I didn't like. And I'm looking forward to not having to open up Twitter very often. I don't. I would like to just deactivate it, just go completely off. But the problem is it's just such a big part for artists, digital artists these days, and I have a feeling I might not want to lose that, I guess. I don't know if I'll need it in the future. But even just having a small, tiny little following that I do on Twitter, which is actually really close to 100 followers, I believe. If you guys know two people who just want to hit follow as a goodbye present, bump me up to 100 followers on Twitter, it'll give me like this much serotonin. So if you guys want to give me like this much serotonin, feel free to find two people to follow me on Twitter so I hit 100. I really don't care. But if I do return to Twitter, it's going to be in the sense of I am literally just promoting my stuff. I'm not checking the feeds anymore. I don't necessarily want to unfollow everybody I'm following, but if I might just do that just to stop my own addiction from looking at it, because there's some things I have an addictive personality towards, and Twitter is unfortunately one of them. So that's kind of the plan. We don't like Twitter around here. Yeah, we really don't. I bring it up every podcast, and sometimes it's awkward because the guests don't feel the same way, and I have to stop myself from going off on a complete rant. But I appreciate what Twitter can do. I really do. But gosh dang, that cannot be a healthy construct. And that's just social media in general. If you guys would like to stay in contact with me, and your normal method is through Twitter, and I'll make a tweet about this too, just ask me for my Discord. I'll stay on Discord, and that'll be my main form of public communication. It will be on that. Um, I'll make 2 accounts, bud. You don't have to do that. Twitter makes you read. Twitter does make you read. It's scary how much it makes you read. It's just a couple characters at a time, but then you end up reading so much. And they just shove everything that's trending right into your field of view. And then suddenly you're getting involved in other people's discourse because all the discourse is public on Twitter, even though most of that should just be held privately. It's a dangerous place. It's so dangerous. But yeah, I might have to do things like make up a brand Instagram that's common for designers, an Etsy page, a website, that kind of stuff. But it'll all just be about me giving information to the public and not taking any in return. I am not here to take the public information. I'm here to give it to the public. So that would be my online presence per se, theoretically. And all that information will probably be shared on Twitter at some point, or on Discord. And yeah, we do have a K-Core Discord server. It's not linked in my description, but if you go to any K-Core video and look at the description, you can find it there. We don't like reading around here. Yeah, no, we're not a reading fam. Nuh-uh. Audiobooks only. Audiobooks or get out. I'm a podcaster, okay? I do podcasts so I don't have to read. Yeah, I'm not a podcaster anymore, though, which is funny. I kind of lean towards podcasts because it seemed like the most effective way to get my voice out there. And that kind of became the driving point for YouTube for me, was articulating myself or making people laugh. And I was like, what's the easiest way to get my voice out there? And that became podcasting. And it's kind of funny in hindsight because through all the different formats that I've tried and things to do, even though I never saw podcasting as being my main Instagram does make you view. I never saw podcasting as my main form of content, but looking back over the 8 years, that's been the most consistent string. Was there? I pretty much always had a podcast running. As soon as one would shut down, I'd get an itch and then start another one. From the first podcast was the Explosive XP podcast, and then that kind of turned into the Soda Popcast, and then even then when that went down, I started doing discussion videos on PatNet Games, which was basically just podcasts, solo podcasts. And then the K-Core podcast starting up, and then Pat's created podcast. I've just always been doing podcasts. And it's gonna feel weird not talking into a microphone for a long period of time. That's just what I do. That's what PatNet does. He just talks into a microphone. And I'm not gonna do that anymore, which is sad. But yeah, instead I'm gonna be talking to people and explaining some of this stuff to people. Because when I first started doing YouTube, I wasn't talking to people. I wasn't talking to anybody. Just articulating myself to a microphone. I get all my information from YouTube comments. That's very unhealthy. Also, that just sounds like a ploy to make people go to Alton's channel and leave comments on his latest video, which you should do. But socially, just talking to a microphone ended up helping a lot in the long run, because it gave me a chance to just run my thoughts and try to improve them and make it clear. And then suddenly, you cannot be my microphone spots. No, you cannot. Unless you just mean, can I talk to you? Yeah, I can talk to you, obviously. But I remember getting my first job and just being a social wreck because I had no idea what I was doing. But for some reason, I could always rely on talking about things and trying to make people laugh. And podcasting and YouTube in general is really what did that for me. So it plays a huge part in just how I handle social anxiety. And I'm very thankful for that. So yeah, that's my love letter to podcasting and YouTube. I'm very much glad that I did do YouTube for as long as I did. It helped me learn a lot of things, and also just helped me learn myself a bit. which sounds weird, but there's some things you don't know about yourself until you blatantly start saying it into a microphone and hearing it back over and over again in editing specifically. Uh, so, it's an important thing. I don't regret it. And by the time it was done, I was more than happy. I was the happiest I've ever been with YouTube. And that feels like a good place to put it down. Yeah, I think I think that's as much understanding and clarity I can give on the topic of leaving. Uh, I'm not emotional about it. I'm pretty, you know, I've got other creative stuff that I'm going to be doing. It'll dawn on me later that I'm not going to be talking a lot to this stuff anymore. And like all this equipment and software that I've set up, like things like my light, an overhanging umbrella light up here. Uh, I'm going to be able to take that down, which is going to feel weird because I've had that up there for a while now. And like this desk lamp I got and the microphone and stuff, all this gear that it's like, how is this ever going to get used? I don't know. I don't know, but I'll hold on to it. Might find a reason. Um, yeah, with regards to nostalgia, I think what I want to do is just remember some of my favorite times. I always bring up the K Core marathons because those are always phenomenal and uh, a great community thing and for a great cause and stuff like that, and have provided a lot of um, opportunities to really help other people, and as well as personal opportunities too. Freaking bombastic got a job, um, and it's definitely not the marathon that got him the job, uh, but the influence it had was something I would have never expected. Uh, it felt very bizarre, almost writing a letter of recommendation just to prove that he worked for this charity. They like if I would have never thought that way back then when we started it that it would give opportunities to just personal career stuff too. So that's just 100% a positive experience. All of those are great. Um, yeah, seriously, congrats to Bombastic. That guy's been working so hard for so long in his career path, and it's super awesome to see him make a jump like that. Um, yeah, moving on. There's good stuff, man. I mean, there's so much. I'm just trying to. The everything in K Core was really fun. All the collaborative stuff. With regards to the PatNet channel, yeah, Pat's Creative Podcast bracket breakdown of the highlights. But even some of the scripted videos I used to work on, it was kind of fun having such a long solo based project that I work on for a very long time. And every time one of those videos would release, it'd feel like a party. I remember the Pat's 5 year anniversary video. I remember the the Mario Flash Games Part 2 video. Both of those were like big celebratory videos for me because they actually got accomplished after many years of things not getting accomplished. And I had a couple other ones too. Um, PatNet Games was a lot of fun. PatNet Games really became most fun just the last few months when I started doing things like the Mario versus Donkey Kong freeform video essay. That's got to be one of my favorite videos I've done in a while. And that was just I finally got to talk about a lot of things I love to talk about. Um, yeah, that's and then of course meeting so many cool people through Pat's Creative Podcast was a huge, a big part, a big fun part. Um, interviewing first was so surreal. Someone who I have mad appreciation for. Youngtown, another freaking mind blowing experience. Was actually sitting down and talking to Youngtown. Um, and the people who continue to talk even after the interviews was crazy. I mean, just so many super cool, kind people. Um, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I got to play Smash with Lorenzo de Sakura, someone who I grew up watching, which is pretty gnarly. Um, yeah, so Pat's Creative Podcast. I talked about that one a lot already. The first few the first few Kate Core videos of the commentaries, those are always classic. I'd love to revisit that sometime. Of course, I'm not going to be recording much, so it might not happen. Um, yeah, it's going to be weird coming up with series ideas, thoughts, and videos because they always come and go. And then this time it's actually going to be like, oh, that's a cool idea. I'm not doing anything with that now. I could just throw it out. Like I'll have another idea that I'll be like, oh, that's a great idea for a series or something, and I just won't even attempt to go for it. There'll be no more long nights of Pat explaining to friends this idea, like, what if this happened? And then that's all I think about for like 2 nights straight. That's not gonna happen anymore. It's kind of crazy. Um, yeah. I'm making it sound more sad than it is. It's not. It's fine. But yeah, you know, 8 years. A lot happens in 8 years. A lot of fun times can happen in 8 years, and I'm looking forward to the fun times that the next 8 years provides with more time that I have to do towards other passions. Um, and that's another thing to mention. I'm uh leading out of the pandemic. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling so much better than I was during. Uh, Not because the Pat's Creative Podcast. That was the best part of 2020, obviously for me. But just socially and physically and mentally, I'm doing so much better now than ever, and I'm super happy about that. So my well-being is good. I am leaving YouTube with a high well-being, and I can't ask for anything better than that. So the chicken sandwich video. All right, there might be a chicken sandwich video, just because I'm definitely gonna do the chicken sandwich thing, and if I'm gonna do it, I might as well record it. I don't know. But also just doing it might be fun. I'm gonna rank. I'm gonna rank chicken sandwiches. I like chicken sandwiches. I'm curious as to which one's the best, and it's a fun project because it's got coordination involved. You got to get all the chicken sandwiches to the same place. You got to keep them heated. You got to figure out drivers. Uh, it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be recorded, but it's gonna happen basically. I've started charting down all of the different places I need to go and what driving routes and stuff. Okay, so chicken sandwich video might happen. I don't know. I don't know. But in general, I'm going to be declining various ideas like that because it's like, again, I'm just so bad at half doing YouTube. If I start doing one video 1 month and another video the next month, pretty soon I'm just laying more and more on, especially with collaborative stuff. Collaborative stuff is all the Dino Nuggies shapes. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah. I'll get a tier list going for that. Um, Collaborative stuff is the easiest stuff to just get lost in because it's so much fun to collaborate, and it's a commitment that I am definitely not going to be the one that breaks. And so because of that, I just get sucked into like so much of my free time being gone working with people. Um, and it's a good thing because it's good projects and the yields are always super satisfying. But just the other day, I got invited to a long term Let's Play series, and I was like, this like if you would have asked me like several months ago, I would have been down in a heartbeat. But I can't, even if I'm guesting in someone else's thing, I have to cut back more. Um, and that's gonna be the sucky part, is just turning down YouTube opportunities. Um, but there's also a lot of benefits. I'm not going to have to share links anymore. I'm not going to have to post things in Discords anymore to advertise. I'm not going to do any advertising. I don't have to worry about designing thumbnails that appeal to people. I don't have to worry about any of that extra bullcrap that goes into uh, YouTube making. I can just create things and hopefully get paid for it at some point. So that's the good news. I think that's about all of the uh all of the YouTube house cleaning remembrance stuff to do. Unless people had questions. I know Caesar said something earlier I said I was going to get back to. Oh, when are you coming back? Yeah, I think I kind of explained that. I'm not I'm not coming back. But I'm not completely gone yet. You'll still hear my voice through previously recorded stuff over the span of this year and the next, I imagine. Unless at some point I get just completely like, what's the point? And I just don't upload anymore. That could happen. But that's why I'm doing the goodbye stream. So this is the official goodbye, even if I just kind of fade out. That's what's going to happen. Thank God you can retire that thumbnail Photoshop file. That Photoshop file, thankfully, got corrupted at some point and had way too many layers. So that one is gone, but I can retire the other one too. Those Photoshop files had their work cut out for them. Also, nice to see you, Tori. Yeah, it's gonna be super weird not making thumbnails constantly. That's such a big part of what I was doing before, was just constantly making thumbnails. I'm not gonna be making constant thumbnails anymore. I'll be using Photoshop for other things. Wow, using Photoshop for not thumbnails. Who would have thought? Not me. Um, yeah, yeah. Photoshop file gets retired. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the nostalgic stuff. I think unless people had other questions, I think we're ready to transition into some games, some classic playing games. Let's plays have also been a pretty big part of my time here on YouTube, and I was like, I should represent that by playing some games. And I just got the Switch hook up right now. Technically, I can do PC stuff too, but I'm looking forward to some Switch stuff. I'm a Nintendo guy, so I don't know if you guys know this. Pat likes Nintendo stuff. Pretty crazy. Um, uh, I was thinking I could ask people. No. Um, honestly, I was freaking so pissed when that file got corrupted the first time, but I recovered from it okay. That's actually I had been meaning to change up the format of the thumbnails for a little bit anyway, so that's what kind of started the change of the format. I was like, all right, I guess I have to change it now, but I had to recrop so many cut out so many faces because I had to make with just the clips format anyway. Um, yeah, and what's really fun is just going to my YouTube channel. I don't have this kind of stuff on screen, but going into the my YouTube page and just seeing just this last year alone all of the crazy stuff that I've done. Not I, but we, because they're all collaborative. Um, it just makes me very happy. It's like if 2014 Pat saw this when he's or 2013 Pat, geez, if 2013 Pat saw this, what was going to be accomplished at some point, he'd lose his mind because this is the kind of stuff that I would dream about doing eventually, and then not actually getting to do it because so much of beginning on YouTube is this idea of like I'm not there yet. I can't make the kind of series I want to make yet. And it got to the point where it's like I can literally just make the kind of series that I want to make. Bracket Breakdown was a big proving point of that. Bracket Breakdown is such a heavy project and daunting from afar, but the fact that I had the equipment and the time and the people, oh, thank God for the people, to just make it happen. It's incredibly motivating. Um, so yeah, it's like 8 years. It took a while to start accomplishing a lot of things I wanted to, but at the end of the day, the pretty much every series I've wanted to do, I've been able to do. And this was kind of proven when someone asked in my Q&A video a while back. They said, "What series would you always want to do but just not able to?" And I realized during that video, I'm like, I've pretty much been able to do everything I've wanted. There's like one or two big in-person stuff I wanted to do, like an amiibo mockumentary style tournament. That's a fun series idea. Um, Also, Battlefront 2 Galactic Conquest interactive series that I started that a while back. That would be fun to do at some point. There's just not a big enough draw for Battlefront 2 Classic um, Galactic Conquest. Believe it or not, it's just a little bit niche. He's quitting because it's too much work to redo it all. It was so much work, Tori. It was so much work. How's Bracket Two's hosts going to even follow up season one? I don't know, man, but they try. And that actually is Talon. I don't mind spoiling that. Talon is the host for the second season, and he did do a bang up job. Um, Talon is a pro at this point. It would have been nice to do one more podcast with Talon because our first podcast, he was my guest, and then he's guested on so many others after that. He's my podcasting buddy. He's just always so good at it, and it would have been nice to do at least one more with him. But our schedules are both so busy that I didn't predict that would be manageable. But of course, if you guys have not checked out Talon's work, you should definitely do that. He's working on a speech and debate fly on the wall podcast right now. And he's super passionate about it. So you guys should check that out. I think I left a link to it in our latest podcast, which was uploaded 3 weeks ago, if you want to find it. Soapboxers, that's what it's called. But yeah, big ups to Talon for always being down and being an integral part of so many PatNat specific projects. Yeah, it's crazy though. Only like 2 series that I wasn't able to do. Anyway, that's going to do it for the nostalgia part. that's gonna do it for the creative part. Unless there's other questions I can ask or answer while playing. But I have a question for you guys now, which is, what Switch games am I playing? I got Smash Brothers. I got Mario Kart. I got like the Super Nintendo and NES stuff. In fact, I can switch over to the console stream now probably. Let's see if this all works. Okay, this should be good. I should. So there's gonna be a little audio is gonna be an interesting thing to work with, because there's gonna be a little bit of delay. I think I lined up the delay a little bit more. Let me know if it gets too bad, and I can try to adjust it. Um, but yeah, I've got games on here. I got games. I don't have N64 stuff. I heard some concerning news about the. No, maybe I'll just wait a little bit. See. But also I'll probably buy it in an. That's hard to turn down. That's a hard thing to set up with emulation too. Um, People say like, hey, why do you pay for re-releases in Virtual Console of like Nintendo emulation is so much cheaper and pretty accessible. Having online emulation play, that's something that's just not super accessible yet. It always requires a lot of work. I don't mind paying. That said, Nintendo makes it hard to not be pro. Okay. Different games we got. Freaking I'm reading out the Switch games, okay? Mike's going in and out. Really? That's funky. High noise gate? Oh, maybe. Let me check. Oh, yeah, cuz yep. Get out of here. I need no noise gate. Okay. It should be better now. Yeah, sorry about that. Where is N64 SnowRunner? There is no N64 SnowRunner. Actually, there might be some kind of snow driving game on the N64. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I had the Yeti hooked up, and that's why I had that filter. So I'm gonna read out the games. You guys just tell me what you want to see, and if you don't care, then I will just probably pick whatever I'm feeling. Because we could do online stuff, but I also don't mind doing single player stuff. Breath of the Wild, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart 8, Super Mario Party, as well as the new Super Mario Party. I actually haven't played that one yet. I have it though. Mario Party Superstars. And then Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Zelda Link's Awakening. I'm not doing Zelda's Link's Awakening. Game Builder Garage, not doing that. Super Mario Maker 2. Super Mario 3D All Stars. Super Mario Odyssey. I have so many Mario games. Metroid Dread. I mean, I already beat Metroid Dread, but hey, I mean, if you guys wanted to see Metroid Dread, I could play some Metroid Dread. I'm not gonna turn it down. And then yeah, Mario Party Superstars, and then of course, all these NES games as well as various titles that I have downloaded. What preferences do you guys have, if any? I'm giving you guys a chance to say before I pick whatever one I just happen to decide. I really don't have a preference though. I'm not playing Fortnite. I don't know if it showed up on here. I did download Fortnite once though, but I'm not playing it. Just so we're clear. Warframe. I'm not playing Warframe. When I first got the Switch, I tried some stuff. Super Mario 64 speed run. Ooh, I probably wouldn't do a speed run, but I don't mind playing Super Mario 64. Although, I don't know if I actually have a save file on there right now. But Super Mario 64 is a pretty classic bet. Tell you what. I'll boot up 3D All Stars either way and take a look. Hollow Knight? Alton, you don't want to see me play Hollow Knight. You just want to see me suffer. I actually love Hollow Knight. I love it so much, and I cannot beat it. It's a game that has officially beaten me. There's no chance of me beating Hollow Knight. It won. It decided they didn't want Pat to win, and thus I will never see the ending of the game because I'm not going to spoil it for myself because I'm stupid. And yeah, one of my favorite games that I'll never get to see through, which is a shame because it's so good. But also unfair sometimes, occasionally. Yes, yeah, I know you too well, Al. You just want to see me suffer. You want to see the boss suffer one more time. Let's boot up All Stars. See what happens. Oh, I got an update. Okay. I do have All Stars, despite Nintendo's really frustrating model with it. Oh, it's got a big update. I don't know if it's big or not. I also might. Some of the other Mario games might be fun too, though. I don't know. Sunshine's a pretty good one, but then again, if I don't have much playtime on the 64, maybe that'd be best because 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes to update. This is a freaking N64 game. It's not, but you know. Yeah, we're booting up though. Originally I was planning on writing down some notes and stuff, figuring out exactly a game plan for this stream, and then I had no time. I was like, all right, the stream's coming up. We're just gonna wing it and figure this stuff out. But I appreciate all those who've stopped by so far. You know me, I would have just recorded this thing for my diary, my audio diary log, and then been satisfied just because I like to get words out there. But I do appreciate the people who have stopped by. I actually did try an audio diary log one time. It was kind of an interesting experience because it was like nobody's ever going to see this. I deleted the files. But something about tricking my brain into thinking I had someone to talk to really, really tricked my my thoughts and articulation. And it's like, all right, you need to say words that make sense because people might be hearing this. And because of that, it felt like an interesting way of exploring exactly what I felt. Just saying Hollow Knight is ready to go. This is taking... All right, 16 minutes is too long. I'm not waiting 16 minutes. Sorry. That's too long. What I'm going to do, Caleb, I'm going to attempt to beat the Hollow Knight boss one time. If I don't beat it, we're choosing the next game. Start getting your game choices in now in chat. What are your backup games for me to play? And I'm just going to try. I'm going to try Hollow Knight once. Let me know if the sound's too loud. I can adjust it. I can't really hear it right now, so just let me know, and then I'll turn it down. But if you guys have not played Hollow Knight and you like these kind of games, then you should definitely play Hollow Knight because it actually is amazing. Yeah, I've put in 29 hours into this game, and so much of that is spent on just boss fights because the boss fights are ridiculously difficult. Oh gosh, I don't even remember the controls. There's no way I'm beating this first try. There's no way. Caleb, what are you going to give me if I do this first try? What reward are you going to give? Okay, wait. Yeah, I was trying out different emblems, but let me go back to the safe ones. I've not played this in forever. Okay, we're taking this guy off. We definitely need Long Nail. We need Dream Shield. And then we only have room for one more. Did I need Long Nail? I don't remember. I feel like I always need Long Rail. Canes? Oh, Canes? Ooh, that is actually a really good reward. Oh, and of course, the second I start playing Hollow Knight, Panda shows up. Like clockwork. Like straight up clockwork. Thorns of Agony. What was it? What was the ones that I was getting the closest with? Cause the berry to emit heroic odor. Flip. Panda, with your infinite knowledge, what do you recommend out of the shells I have? Or the crests? Wayward Compass, I don't need that. Don't need that. Soul Catcher. The thing about the soul stuff is that I don't actually have much opportunity to actually use soul-based attacks, so I usually stay away from those. Dash Master. Bears the likeness. Bear will be able to dash more often as well as downwards. That, I don't see that as much as an issue. I can dash pretty quickly for this boss fight. Pay the Fallen Long Nail. I don't know. I might have to go with Thorns of Agony. What's this one again? Defender's Crest? What's the Loyal? Okay, no. Alright, I think I'm going with Thorns. I think this is an okay lineup. Yeah, so this shield right here, it attacks when I do, which helps a lot. Let me remember the controls real quick. Why did Caleb have to actually say a good prize? This would have been a lot less stressful if he just said, like, oh, you get a high five. And it's like, okay, cool, so I don't even need to worry about trying. Because I get to avoid a high five. But Canes, suddenly there's stakes. Not steaks, but chicken. But you know. Oh gosh, I've not played this in forever too. Yeah, look how fast I can dash. I don't need it faster than that. Okay, my son was hitting that. Yeah, look, if you guys notice, go up. Oh, I see that. I see. If you guys notice, I have 0 cash money up there because I probably died and lost it all up here. I used to be able to traverse through this so quickly because I had to do it so many times. No, wait. Come back. Actually, I don't need it. Look. Okay. You get this YouTube channel. I get the Spotters YouTube channel. That'd be very peculiar. Okay. Flip. I'm not ready to get bodied again. This is such a freaking hard boss. And I don't even remember controls really as much. Oh my gosh. Also, my controller's not the one I usually use. Oh, shoot. Ah! Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I got too greedy. I was like, I'm gonna keep killing him. So basically, the idea with this boss fight is that you do that like 5 times because roly polies keep coming in. I call them roly polies. No, Caleb's channel. You can't auction off Caleb's channel. Cool. I died once. I really don't want to do it again because this game makes me depressed. So I'm actually going to go back to the home screen and we're going to pick a different game. I hope you're happy, Caleb. Speaking of which, if you want to get canes tonight, I am like more than down. I thought I was busy tonight and then stuff cleared up, so I'm actually good. So if you want to get canes, we can get canes. Oh, was this updating while we did that? If that's true, that's actually pretty cool. It was. All right. We can still play some Mario. We can play Mario. This is chaos? What do you mean it's chaos? Are you chaos, Tori? I think you're chaos. You're always chaos. Mr. Tori being chaotic and all. Stuff like that. SMH. Freaking saying his name is Pepperoni. What I've actually been playing, he said yes, believe me. Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys are in cahoots behind the stream walls. The fudge was I saying? Actually, what I've been playing on, I don't have it handy. I've been playing Mario 64 on my 3DS that I homebrewed the heck out of. And basically, I actually been getting pretty far on that one, but not on this version. So I probably am like not very far at all in this file, and that might be fun. Also, while I have it here and while we're waiting, check this out. I have this baby handy. This right here is my first computer that I used. Got to turn the mic back on. Lighting's gonna be weird for a second. This is a MacBook something. Where does it say? It doesn't actually say on it. That's how old it is. But look at this guy. Look at how thick this guy is. See that? This is what I made YouTube with for the first 2 years, I think. And it's pretty nostalgic. It doesn't work anymore, which was devastating to me. But recently, I took it apart and was actually able to get the hard drive out of here and plugged in my computer. Most of it is still like super encrypted. I think Mac has like serious encrypting stuff going on with their computers. So a lot of the files I don't have access to, but I was able to find a bunch of old photos from 2009 of my family and stuff like that. And that was a real treasure to find. But also occasional like Minecraft worlds. There's so many Minecraft worlds like just sitting on the desktop. I don't know why I saved them there. And that was pretty cool to find. But I didn't boot any of them up, but I just see them there. I might do a deeper dive in that sometime. Anyway, just thought I'd show that. And, okay, we should be back with the regular setup. Again, let me know if things get too out of sync or something. I'll try to fix it. Here we go. Let's play some Mario. We're going to play some Mario. Yes, this is actually my first time playing through Mario Galaxy. I'd always, like, started it a little bit, but I actually played through it this time. And very fun game. It's definitely different than other 3D Mario games, but for what it is, it's really, really good. I've not yet played Mario Galaxy 2, though. And it's not in the pack, which is a shame. I might download it. Whoa, easy, Mario. Easy, easy. Easy, Tiger. Okay. Yeah, got 6 stars. Cool. Actually, this might be my sister's file. My sister is not really an epic gamer, but if there's one game she likes, it's Mario 64. So I gave her the Switch one day. I was like, here you go. Play Mario 64. And she went down Nostalgia Hill. It is nice to play on a not N64 cartridge for visual reasons, but it also would have been cool to play this on a legit N64. Is this door even open? She didn't even open the slide. We're starting with the slide, guys. We slide around here. We slide around here. Oh, it just dawned on me that there is no music playing for the Switch, is there? Uh-huh. Curious. Curious. Okay. I don't know how to turn that on, so there's going to be no music. Sorry. Yeah, that's a tech problem that's going to take too long to figure out. But you know what we can figure out is how to do this slide. First you slide to the front. Slide to the front. Front slide this time. Keep going to the front. Everybody slide to the front. Yeah, fun. This would probably be a lot more fun with music. I'm sorry that there's no music. I don't know how that happened. But okay. It did. I can turn on some other background music. I could start playing the Inside 8-bit stuff again. But I don't know if that works well for background music. And I don't think I have any other background music like set up. Curious. Very curious. Why there's no music playing. Would this fix it? That's so strange. I hear it coming through here. Oh. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Can it be heard now? No. Is the console sound on? Yeah, console sound is on. Because it's coming through my headphones. It's just not coming through to the stream. How about now? Oh, there it is. Let me turn it down a bit. Alright, cool. It's playing now. Just tell me how the volume is, and I'll adjust it accordingly. If that sounds good. Right now, this is like kind of quiet, but let me know if it's too quiet and I can turn it up a bit. Primarily, though, y'all should be hearing my voice. That's why you're here. You're not here for Mario. You're here for Pat, okay? And Pat's final Mario playthrough on YouTube. As if I've done a lot of Mario playthroughs. Actually, I did play through the entirety of Mario 64 DS on PatNet Games as a vertical video series. Which was just me getting excited about tech. The simplest of tech, which is that YouTube started cropping vertical videos properly on the phone. And that DS is a very vertical stream. So that was more of a tech excitement thing. Looking back, probably would have been better just to do vertical or horizontal. But hey, it's fun to experiment, you know? Right. What kind of star are we getting? Should we just immediately, off the bats, go for red coin star? Gosh, I'm imagining playing this with the N64 Joy-Con or joystick, and I'm just, oh no, Mario, homie, no. Okay, all right, fine. I know that there's a guy here. Okay, I'm getting my bearings. I'm remembering controls. Yeah, there's a coin up here, right? Or is it the next guy? I guess it's the next guy. I'm sorry for not having every part of Mario 64 memorized. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is the next day. No, 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 homie, stay. Stay up. Stay up all night. Oh my gosh. I swear I'm not. Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. I was not aware that I'm not good at Mario 64. Until I realized that I was not good at Mario 64. I was today years old when I learned this. Do people still say that? Am I in the clear? Oh, check out that. That was a pro strat, though, right there. Didn't get hits even twice. Those are some jank hitboxes. Alright, now watch this. Here's a little pro trick. Also, friend notifications, I'm starting to wish I knew how to turn off because they get distracting. When Daniel and I play Smash, occasionally like a friend notification will pop up and then we both look to the top of the screen. And am I crazy or oh shoot, no, go back. I'm not trying to teleport. Go back. I'm just trying to look around. Get 100 coins while you're at it. That sounds difficult. I think what I'll do. This is just a 1-up, right? Yeah, this is just a 1-up. Okay. But can I? Okay, so Y is the kick. These controls are interesting. This is what I want right here, though. This is the one. Yo, Bill! Stay out of my lane, dude. Pick a lane, Bill. There we go. Easy. Guys, no! Wrong side! Wrong side! Alright. So, I'm gonna start calling him Dr. Mario for his ability to not grab the ledge ever. Because that's what Dr. Mario does in Smash. Alright, maybe we should just do the star that it says. 8 coin. Everyone knows 8 red coins. That's for pros only. I'm not quite a pro. I'm a retired pro, you know? I gotta go for the easy stuff. That was weird. I gotta talk to, Pinky. Come here, Pinky. Come on. And this is literally just shoot at the star, right? That's what this one is, if I remember correctly. There are some stars in this game that's like, how in the heck would you know? Like shooting this corner? The heck? Who thought that was a good idea? See, if we were playing the DS version, I could just... Oh! Ooh, okay. Well, I saved myself. If we were playing the DS version, I could just pick up Luigi and backflip up there. I don't know what the pixel perfect point is that I need, but I'm guessing a little higher. Oh, okay. That's tricky. It's a bit of a trick shot here. Bit of a tricky shot, as you could say. Did you guys know that's what trick shot stand for on the skateboard? I play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Actually, that game is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Can I cheese it? Am I good enough to cheese it? Not crawl. We don't crawl around here. No, we're walking game. You can backflip and then wall jump, right? I guess not. Oh, side jump. That's what it is. Okay. Ooh. Easy. Okay, wait. What if I do it this way? Oh, I see. I think this is a more fun way to do it. I'm officially doing it this way. If I can do it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so I'm a bit of a pro gamer. I am going to be submitting this run to speedrun.com, which is the famous place for speedruns, especially for pros. Alright, we're leaving Thwomps. 1 star, 1 world. That's what we're doing. We're going to go to each world, get 1 star. Maybe not each world. We're going to go to worlds and get 1 star. Do I dare go to the Jolly Roger of Bays? I think so. I think so. Actually, this is Dire Docks. No. This is Jolly Roger Bay. This is Jolly Roger Bay. Dire Docks is later, but the music slaps in both either way. We're plundering to the ancient ship. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm a bit of a speedrunner, Spots. I don't know if you know this about me, but I sped run Minecraft one time, so I'm a bit of an expert. Oh, you get 1 red coin, and then you start just being like, curious. What if I grabbed all the red coins? And you start grabbing all the red coins. Not this time. I'm plundering. We plunder around here. Come on. Come on, Earl. Give me the star. Give me the star. Okay, I think I got it in front of me. Is that good enough? Or do I have to actually get bit by him first? Yeah, these coins look a lot better than they did on the N64 version. Come on. Come on. Earl? Do I gotta go under you? How do I get Earl out? I'm asking chat like a classic Twitch streamer. How do I get Earl out of his shell? How do we make him talk to people? How do we get him to be able to socially advance out of his dummy big ship of a shell? What if I grabbed all the red coins? Oh, he's out! Hi, Earl! Everybody, can you say hi to Earl for me? I'd really appreciate it. And I just go in here, right? Yeah, alright. I remember. Right, okay. Air is kind of tricky in this one, right? I have to swim up to the top to get air? Or is there actually no? Okay, yeah, no, there's a speed. You haggle with him. I guess I haggled. I don't remember luring him out, but he decided it was time. Yeah, I love this level because you swim up to the top to get air and you see the platforms. You're like, well, what the heck am I supposed to do platforms? But then you see that and you're like, oh, I guess at some point I gotta drain this water. Just that introducing of logic for such an early game too. 3D mechanics we don't yet understand. Also, the treasure chest thing is really dumb though. Let's just trial and error electrocute ourselves real quick. Is this one next? Nope. See, like, what kind of puzzle is this? Where it's just like, touch the stove several times until one of them doesn't burn. It's pretty silly. Pretty silly, not gonna lie. There we go. Now is it you? It is you! Okay. I'm not in game design. If I were in game design, I would love to make a 3D platforming collectathon, and if I did, I would make sure there wouldn't be puzzles like that. Because that's not a fantastic puzzle. But you know what is cool? Changing environments like this, and that is something that I would do. Give me the star. Give me the star. S-T-A-R star. I'm a star, baby. It's pretty cool. It is... I've been going for 1:45 now. I don't know how long I'm streaming for. I genuinely don't. I was just like, I'm gonna go till I run out of steam. I still got some steam in me. Alright, next world. Let's check out Bob-omb's Battlefield. Let's see what stars have not been collected here yet. Problem is, I've not eaten today. And I'm starting to feel it a bit. But that's okay. Talking to a microphone is more important than eating sometimes. Oh, 8 red coins. Alright, we're getting the 8 red coins. We're doing the 8 red coins. You can't stop me. I know, y'all hate the 8 red coins. I understand that we're blue coins likers over here, but we're getting all the 8 red coins and a couple of yellow for good measure. But not 100. Okay, hang on. Bet, I'm good at this game. I'm really good at this game. Ooh, did you see that? Smooth Mario. Smooth Mario. Jumping backwards to grab coins now. I don't think y'all were ready for Smooth Mario. Is Smooth Mario just Mario evolved? Question. You don't have to answer. I just wanted to pose the question. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There we go. Alright. So we are skating now. We are... Okay, we're no longer skating now. Give me that. It's mine now. That's mine. Let's just put 2 random red coins here. Okay, good placement, good placement. Definitely needed 2. You should try to build your own game. Game Builder Garage, any good for that? I can give a short little review of Game Builder Garage real quick, if I can remember. It's okay. The most frustrating, absolutely mind-bogglingly frustrating thing about Game Maker's Build Garage is that it insists you do all the tutorials regardless of what level of experience you're at. So you do these tutorials and they completely tell you what to do for a very long time, and you learn a little bit from it, but if you have any kind of background in like navigating a space, also see ya, Owl, appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, goodbye Owlton, I will miss you. We're never seeing Owl again. He's officially gone. Everyone wave to Owl. If you have any understanding as to how game logic works, or how just navigating a 3D environment or 2D environment for games works, then the tutorials are going to be super, super repetitive. And if you don't know how it works, they're still going to be very, very hand-holdy, and it will bother you despite you learning. That said, they have levels that aren't tutorials where they just say, this is the end objective, you need to figure out how to get there. Those are really fun. I would love a game that's all those. In fact, you know, it's kind of like Scribblenauts in a way, right? Except Scribblenauts, you can get through pretty much anything by just writing a couple adjectives. But taking the Scribblenauts approach with game design, when they did that, was a blast. And actually, you know, gave you a shot of, like, hey, maybe I do know how to make games, even if you don't. And that was really cool. But honestly, with regards to what you can actually make on there, it's limited enough and complicated enough to make me just think you should honestly just learn Unreal Engine. There's plenty of tutorials out there that will teach you as good as the game was teaching you in this one. If you're going to play Game Maker's Garage, I think you should mostly come from a place of, hey, this is a fun way to make games. But with regards to learning and understanding and actually creating something that's really cool, you should honestly just stick with like Unity or Unreal Engine. As daunting as those are, or Core Games. I discovered Core Games recently. Why did I go up to the top? You just see a mountain, you want to go to the top of it. The last red coin's on that island, right? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. You see a mountain, you want to go on top. That's just called world design right there. Oh, but this cannon's taken. Homie. How do I get up there? Oh, this is the right cannon. Okay, right. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. Game Builder Garage, it's got some cool things to it. It is fun when it's fun. There's so much of it that's not fun. And what you can accomplish, it's much easier to accomplish in other programs. Even though they're all going to be hard to learn either way. That's just the nature of it. It's just understanding the logic from it. As fun as you make it, it will always be difficult to understand. But I've spent a decent amount of time in 3D engines now. I spent time in Unreal now because of this VR class I'm taking. And then Unity, just a tad of time in. Mozilla Spoke, I've spent a little time in. And then on my free time, I was just learning Godot. And also I played a lot of Core, which is another 3D environment specifically made for games. I would honestly check out Core first. That's the first thing I would check out if you want accessible and fun. That's what Core is. But the thing is that they're all just tough to learn. They all take understanding of 3D space, texturing, logic. Logic is still just the toughest part for me to understand. I'm not a coder. You need to know a little bit of coding, just a little bit. And unfortunately, Game Builder Garage, a bit of a disappointment for me because it wasn't enough. There wasn't enough free range for people who already knew some stuff like I did. Yeah, let's do this. Why not? It appeared. We have to try it. Go up to the sky. So that's my. I'm actually glad you asked about that because I played that a long time ago and had no opportunity to really talk about it. But those are my thoughts, my 2 cents. Speaking of 2 cents, here's 1, 2. I actually hate this. I hate this level. Yeah, okay. All right, not bad, not bad. Well, there's no way to get up to the higher stuff, right? Well, either way, let's stomp on these things. We need to unlock it. But I think once you're down here, you can't get high enough. Can someone clarify that? Spods, Mario 64 local expert. Can I get that high even? Can I get that high even? Sorry. I'd like to apologize to all the people hearing smoking blunt right now. Did not mean to misrepresent you. Continue smoking. I won't stop you. Because I can't if I knew you were. The only people I stop are telemarketers, and I asked them to buy my product. I'm going out of here because I don't want to deal with that right now. Let's go to Snowman Land. After all, I am local snowman, so I pretty much have to represent my family over here. This whole snowman thing just started because I happened to wear a snowman shirt, at the beach because I had no preference for what I was wearing at the time. I have a little bit more now, but not much still. And obviously, this is the start. Obviously, there's no other question. We have to deliver the baby. Come on, baby. We're gonna deliver ya. People deliver babies all the time, and that's what we're doing. We're delivering a baby. First, oh! No. Okay, he doesn't walk off himself. Alright, okay. We're delivering a baby. What's this one? Okay. Yeah. I just happened to be wearing the snowman shirt at the beach, and I took a picture that I ended up editing in Illustrator with just a filter. Didn't do anything else than add a filter to it, and I thought it looked good. And it became my channel branding for a bit. And then just the snowman sheet happened, or snowman shirt just continued to stay. Playing a certified masterpiece. Welcome, Sycamore Street Studios, also known as Tom, also known as my longest running, my oldest YouTube friend, not in age, but in just for how long I've known him, for sticking around. Someone I'm still in contact with, which is great. Good to see you, Tom. Glad you could be here. That's Pat Snowman Nat. That's quality. Yeah, Pat Snowman Nat was born out of quality. It's a quality shirt. I mean, if it lasted 5 years, it's some kind of quality. Fruit of the Loom. I tried to buy another exact replica, and they went out of stock. Don't know why. It's crazy. But somehow, my mom, of all people, got me a new snowman shirt for Christmas, and which is good because the other one was getting really faded and not a very good one. I'm an old man, you can say it, but it's still not true that you're the oldest friend. I've got a few that are older than you. You're gonna have to get a little bit older, Tom, before you're oldest in age as well. But either way, you're young at heart because you talk about games. That makes us young, right? Talk about games? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I never saw the movie. I think. How many do we need to fight the Bowser? That's my question. Can we get away with... Yeah, it looks like we're good to fight the Bowser. We're going to fight the Bowser. Why are you saying okay, Spots? What are you okay with? Okay, old. Oh, I see. Yeah, Spots is just following instruction, as he does. Yeah, I'm just playing some Mario. This is just a chill stream. I'm not, I don't, no big productions planned or anything like that. I've talked about most of the nostalgic stuff already, and I'm just, like, running off the cliff as Mario at this point. I'm running errands, but I want to drop in while you're still live and congratulate on your finale. I wish you the best, whatever the future brings you, buddy. Thank you, Tom. I'll definitely, still be a talkative person in Discord and stuff like that, so... it's not like I will completely disappear, which is good. I just won't be making videos. Woo, baby. Yeah, and yes, I also plan on doing bigger and better things, and I don't have many concerns about that, which is good. I'm being pretty concernless moving forward, and that's the best part of it, is that I'm feeling good about everything. I'll definitely hang around longer. Go for it. I have no idea how long I'm going for. At some point, I'll have to eat. I don't know when. Literally, I'll just go until my body won't let me go. And then, yeah, we'll do other things. Also, I don't know if you saw some messages I sent about Bracket Breakdown. I was losing my marbles. Don't worry about that. We're not doing that today. I'm literally my brain is absolutely occupied to its fullest extent lately. So that's just don't even worry. Yeah. Talk to you soon later, bud. Later's Tom. It's always great to see you. Yeah, so this level is actually kind of neat because it's freaking scary as a kid with all of the electricity things and whatnot. Very scary game. What's over here? That was just for the red toys. To talk a little bit about Mario's world design, though. Obviously, this was a new thing, but all these objects here, this is like playing with a 3D software for the first time. Just the, like, let's place a random spike here. How about a cube? How about a donut? How about a Toros, you know? It's like, we have a program that can place 3D objects, so let's do it. Which makes it not a super pretty world. But what it does, it gives a little bit of sense of a playground feel to it. And that's what Mario has always done, is making a playground for people. And I think even in the words of Shigeru Miyamoto, he talked about, he described it like a playground in some of his descriptions. So there's at least that. Because you look, this is literally a slider, like a seesaw. This is literally a seesaw that you would find in a playground. Ooh. And worlds that look better and are more connected definitely lose some of that playground feel. But also, I would always prefer, a little bit more unity in my worlds. iPad Surface Pro or Wacom or other drawing tablet. I'm a drawing tablet new person. I only started drawing on my iPad 3rd generation recently. It's not technically mine, it's my family's. And I've been enjoying digital sketching in general, but my only other experience is with a Wacom tablet at the age of like 11, because my aunt was super sweet and supporting me and got me a Wacom tablet that I promptly lost because I was a snotty kid who did not appreciate things as much as I should have. That sucks. I really wish I could have still had that. No! The floor was there and then it wasn't. It's a classic story of tragedy. When the floor's there and it wasn't. Look, it happened here too. The floor was here and it's not now. Yeah, so I don't really have preferences per se. Especially against different kinds of... Yeah, like, I don't know. I was looking into getting a Surface Pro before I realized I had an iPad at my disposal. It really depends on like how much you plan on doing with it, though. If you're just sketching things for logos, you can get away with pretty much anything for sketching. It's literally just drawing. You can also fall off the edge because you're not looking like a doofus. But also with sketching, you can get away with pretty much anything. For that stuff. If you're actually illustrating, though, you're sketching for the purpose of illustrating, then you're going to want some of those bells and whistles that like a Surface Pro gives, from my understanding, which is not much. But, excuse me, fire. I'm going to wait my turn. It is my turn. Give me this. And don't touch me, bottom. Let me get back on track. There we go. Don't even need those platforms. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Is like sketching is sketching, and you can use pretty much anything for it. But you know, the more bells and whistles you add, the better it is for sketch-heavy work. Logos are just, you know, ultimately that's going to be digitalized anyway, so I don't feel like I need something much better than an iPad, which is why I stopped my search for a good drawing computer. But I might have to do more illustrating in the future, so I don't know. The real question is, what program do you use to sketch? Because that's where it gets a little bit trickier. I thought some of the programs were better at sketching than they were. Turns out sketching is kind of its own beast that usually requires its own level of programming. I've gotten comfortable with sketching on Photoshop on iPad, and that's why I use it. And again, I'm a light sketcher. I only use it for like logos and stuff. But there are better stuff. Hello, Tuna. Good to see you. I hope you enjoy your stay. Procreate is all the rage these days. Every classmate I talk to, they're always talking about Procreate. I still yet to try it. But from my understanding, if you want a good, solid sketching application on a mobile device, you can't go wrong with Procreate. I think it's only available on Apple right now. And I think it's only available on iPad specifically. I mean, there's always workarounds to get the iPad version on desktop, but they don't have a desktop version. Sketching is also just different digitally too. It really is. I still prefer the feel of sketching physically, but ultimately I prefer the convenience more of digital sketching. And it would be different if, again, I sketched more than just logos. Right now I'm actually working on my freelance brand logo, and I'm doing that with physical sketches. And I printed out like just a grid of like 40 squares for different thumbnail ideas, because I've been told that I'm supposed to do tons of thumbnail sketches. And then I'm going to take the best, like, 10 of those or so and make what they call roughs of them. And then I'm going to take the best, like, 3 of those and turn those into comps. And then I'll choose my favorite of those 3 comps, and then I'll make an actual logo. For that, physical's easier for me, just because I can handle, like, the erasing tool a little bit better with it. Having different widths of the pencil is nice, and they don't need to look necessarily good. For other stuff, though, I kind of prefer digital. I know so many people with Procreate. Yeah, I know. It's literally, like, I can't avoid it. People are just constantly talking about it. I love digital art because lasso tool and Control-Z. Yes, yeah, Control-Z is a huge thing. Also, just being able to, like, scale things is super nice, too. If you can get quick with scaling, that's the one I missed. That's the one I missed last time, too. I mean, I missed 2, but this is one of the ones I missed. Woo! Sorry. Stop. Yeah, okay. They try to get you. You know? They try to get you. But yeah, I definitely gotta try Procreate at some point, just so I can figure it out. I came at the right time. Yeah, you came right for the Procreate discussion. We went so long without talking about graphic design, and then, of course, Tori starts the initiative, who is another local graphic designer, a very good one, I might add. I forgot about that guy over there. That's right. I'm pretty out of practice when it comes to 64 knowledge. Don't mind that I took damage. It doesn't matter. Damage is irrelative. You just go in water and then you breathe up, right, and then you're good. But yeah, I guess that's something I should have mentioned when I was talking about what I plan on doing. I am working on a freelance brand for designing merchandise specifically, because I dabbled in that before, and I've always enjoyed that process, even for just silly YouTube stuff, like designing the K-Core shirt and stuff like that. That's something I want to explore a lot more. So I am setting up a digital footprint for merchandise design specifically. Not for printing per se. I don't plan on handling much of the actual printing process, but designing, I'm going to try to put some time into that. I tried to Procreate and didn't like the feel of the Apple Pen and iPad. I got an XP Pen tablet, and I use Clip Studio Paint. Interesting. Okay, I don't know what the XP Pen tablet is, but I'm glad that you found something that you like working with. I would never buy an Apple Pen, because it's really expensive, and there are other much cheaper pens out there that work well too. And there's also other pens out there that are functionally better too, have like different functions and buttons and stuff. But my family happened to have an iPad and an Apple Pen, and no one's using it right now, so I was like, okay, I'll just commandeer this, and it's been getting the job done. I will say I like the weight of the Apple Pen, but I think the biggest thing is just finding the right digital software, because even though I'm used to Photoshop on iPad, it's still just doesn't feel like sketching. And I think that requires a bit of the right program as well. But also some pets can do like different weights and stuff like that. Hold on a sec. Oh, the star's back there. Oh, sorry. Come back. I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done. You thought I was done? I'm not. Let's get this star. Is this going to take me out, or can I fight Bowser still? Please tell me I can fight Bowser still. You bet. Okay, yeah, let's fight Bowser. I'm getting rid of the VR and getting the tablet instead. Just trying to figure out if iPad is the way to go. Yeah, Adobe products work really well on both Illustrator and Photoshop. I've been impressed with. They're lacking compared to the desktop stuff, but you know, they're also free if you already have the subscription anyway. So it's, you know, it's kind of nice. You could go with Procreate because, but it does cost a little bit of money. Only like $10 a month. My tablet connects to my computer, which is nice. All right, I gotta stop reading chat so I can do this. And yes, that is nice too. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but Wacom tablets are cheaper than iPads, right? That's the consensus. I'm so unaware of what button do I hit. Oh, it's one. Yeah, the button map is weird. Yeah. I just have to get one, right? Just have to get one. Yeah, but Wacom tablet, you know, they've been like top dog with drawing tablets for so long. I'm curious if I should just get one of those, if for whatever reason my family needs the iPad back or something. Which I don't imagine it will happen. It's a pretty busted iPad too. The screen's cracked and everything, and I just deal with it because you know, sketches are sketches. They're not supposed to be permanent anyway, so I can get away. All right, I'm bad at this. Come here. Don't fall. Don't slip and slide. No. Mario is dead. Yeah, that's true. Wacom's gonna be cheaper, but iPad's like a small computer. Yeah, well, and that's freaking iPad came in clutch. It saved my midterm because I had a midterm that was worth basically 50% of my grade, and it was right during my trip to Pennsylvania actually. And it was just bad timing on my part. I shouldn't have scheduled the trip. Well, I mean, that's when the convention was, so there wasn't much I could do about it. But yeah, it happened to fall right along midterms, which sucked. But because I had the iPad, I could very easily draw on the plane run. And most of my brand making was done on the plane on an iPad with a pen. And I was just like, the age we live in, because those are 2 5-hour flights, so you know that's 10 extra hours of working on stuff, and I needed those 10 hours. So yeah, I'm very happy about that, and that's just one of the benefits of having an iPad. Wouldn't have worked well with a Wacom tablet, for sure. You know, not an Apple fan, but I got to give props where props are due. Stuff like that is really cool. Gosh, I hate how much I have to use Apple at school, though. It's so frustrating. Way rather use PC. There we go. We got the Bowser boy. Wacom does have a small independent tablets, but they are big money. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Even iPads though, $500. Cool. You get yourself pretty. Actually, I guess it's not too bad. But $500 is still a lot for an iPad. I think some of them are cheaper though, if I'm not mistaken. But then the pen itself is like $100. It's insane. It's actually insane. Yeah, no thank you. I prefer to not pay $100 for a pen. Freaking Apple, man. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could talk about drawing and pen stuff. I made a shirt. That was really fun. And that's kind of what's reminded me of my fascination for merch design. And a lot of my friends actually asked for a copy of the shirt. And I was like, okay, so maybe some people would actually like wearing some of these designs and stuff. And I want to go deeper into that. $500 is how many Snicker bars? It depends on where you live. Snicker bars here, I think, have gone up to a good 150 to 175. I remember back when they were just $1. I don't think most of them are $1 anymore, though. Yeah, I'm not even scared of the piano anymore because I'm an adult now. Also, you can play as the piano in Smash Remix, which is really cool. The new Apple Pen's 120, dog? It, like, genuinely pisses me off that they can charge that much for a freaking stick. A stick that's just touch sensitive to a thing. And that you have to charge and stuff like that. It's not even like, after using it for a while, I'm like, surely there's something else that makes this pen worth money. And it's like, oh no, it's literally just, oh, I gotta kill all the ghosts, that's right. That's so unfortunate. Gosh, I hate Apple, I'm sorry, I do. Yeah. Design, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Even just logo making has been really fun for me. Believe it or not, I've gone this long in my design curriculum without having to make too many logos. And lately I've been having to make like process books for them and stuff like that. And the whole thing is actually just pretty fun. I can't explain why. But being able to explain why every decision is made on a logo because you made a process book and you did research for it and stuff and picked out your colors and whatnot, like that's just, it's satisfying. And it's kind of similar to video creation in a way, because one of the things I loved about video creation is the mixing of different elements to create one fluid thing, and then being able to see it all come together. I feel the same way about just process books and conceptualizing brand designs for that and stuff. This was like the first semester that made branding seem fun, which is great, because you need to have some kind of enjoyment for branding in the graphic design world. If not, you might be saying no to a lot of opportunities, which would suck. You want to say yes to opportunities. Look at this guy. He doesn't even know what ground pound. Hint, it's Mario. Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta get up here somehow. I forget what the main way of getting up here is, but I guess that works. We got a star. Kind of cool that they're like, yeah, you can get the star. Just go up there, and you're like, shoot, I gotta figure out how to do that. Cool little thing to overcome. That ghost is gonna get me. Do you prefer Photoshop or Illustrator for logo making? I absolutely... Oh, I accidentally quit out. I absolutely prefer the feel of Photoshop more than Illustrator in like pretty much every way, but the functionality of Illustrator is undeniably good for logo making. So I usually sketch in Photoshop and then actually make the logo, make the final composition in Illustrator, and just hate myself for it because I hate like the layout and everything. And layers, how can Illustrator have such bad layers? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean the pen tool and shapes and stuff like that, it's just undeniably better for logos. Also, you need to vectorize it eventually, so why not have it be vectored from the start? But that said, for most everything else, I try to use Photoshop more than Illustrator as much as possible. The one thing this is kind of a new thing that Photoshop added. I mean, it's not super new now, but it was new enough to where I was never taught it in class. But Photoshop now has an artboards feature, which has essentially made me open up Illustrator 1,000 times less and never open up InDesign. Freaking InDesign's actually the worst, just so we're clear. That's the worst Adobe program. Freaking sucks. Just when you look at how good the other programs are and then you look at InDesign's the worst. There's just no doubt about it. Sorry, Tori. But one thing that's nice is that Photoshop now has an artboard option, which allows you to export into PDFs, and that's my new favorite way to design PDFs. And just I only do interactive stuff in InDesign now. I just export it to InDesign and do interactive stuff there, or sometimes I just do the interactive in Acrobat. It just depends on how interactive I need. But if I just need to put like 1 or 2 links, Acrobat can do that, and so I do that. Layers are not needed in Illustrator, but I like layers. I just like them. I understand like the individual element thing makes them not needed, but it's like I like the feel of it more. New gradient tool in Illustrator is bomb. Oh, I've not actually tried the gradient tool yet. I love Photoshop's gradient tool, but I would love to try Illustrator's too. Illustrator removed something recently though that was actually a really helpful feature, which was a built-in color picker. You could it linked up to the Adobe Color website. And it was super helpful to have it just in a menu, but it was just they got rid of it for some reason. I don't know why. And they announced it in their conference that it's going to be permanently removed. Pat, you're just so wrong. I'm sorry, Tori. Illustrator as a program is just like layout, accessibility wise, because here's the 2 things you need. I'm trying to get this on camera and explain it clearly. You have the level of possibility in programs, and then you have level of accessibility in programs. Ideally, the best program is when those are both full, right? Those are both at the top. For things that have super high accessibility, freaking like Adobe XD, super accessible program. I think it's the most accessible Adobe program, just layout-wise. Everything's so clear to understand. But purpose-wise, like possibility that you can do with the program is not actually that high. It has so many limitations, possibly because it's still new. But you'll hit roadblocks of things you're like, why can't I just do that? It's like you just can't do that. Photoshop, super high accessibility and super high possibility. Photoshop's probably got the best ratio out there. There's some things that Photoshop can't do that other programs can, but in terms of best accessibility with a possibility, Photoshop I think is the highest out of the Adobe Creative Suite. InDesign, possibility, high, arguably just as high as Photoshop and Illustrator, but for a different purpose. I get that it does a purpose that Photoshop and Illustrator can't do, but the extent it can go in it is about as high as Photoshop does in its field and Illustrator in its field. Problem is, accessibility, out the window. Just freaking they bury the accessibility. They bury it in series of pull-down menus. Just pull down menu, pull down menu, pull down menu, pull down menu. And the simplest functions that work on pretty much every other program, like pasting words from a Word document, suddenly becomes way more difficult in InDesign. So, yes, InDesign can do things. All Adobe programs can do things. Its possibility is higher than that of likes of Adobe XD, but the accessibility has no reason being that low. And it's probably just because it's a super old program. It's a boomer. It's quite literally a boomer program. And that's probably why it doesn't understand the people who are coming into the design field now have a different outlook on accessibility. But InDesign's got to be the least accessible program, and it still doesn't do that level of possibility that you might find in the likes of After Effects. After Effects is also very inaccessible, super inaccessible. But the amount of photo editing, motion graphics, 3D stuff, and editing, video editing that you can do on After Effects is actually insane. But the accessibility is really low. But I would say the possibility is more insane than that of just interactive PDFs that you can do on InDesign. That's my InDesign spiel. I work very non-destructive, so I always have 100 layers in Photoshop. Yeah, I do that too. I get way too many Photoshops. I like CSP's pen stabilizer better than Photoshop, but Photoshop does have a feature that no clone has. What is that feature? Also, what is CSP's pen? I'm not familiar with that one. Okay, y'all are making me talk a lot. I was good at pacing myself with the talking thing. Then we started talking about design, and I have to run my mouth. You only think Photoshop is accessible because it's the first program you use, and it's the one that you use to learn program. I mean, come on now, that starts heating up. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a beefy program, but in terms of learning things, what features of a program don't also translate to Photoshop with regards to functionality? If you're talking about the design world, and not just the Creative Suite, but other programs similar, what things from other programs don't translate when you're learning Photoshop? Because that's what makes it accessible. It's not just that it's the first one I learned, because it's actually not the first one I learned. I had to learn many other photo editors before I learned Photoshop, and my knowledge of those other editors translated perfectly into Photoshop. And that's what makes it accessible, is background knowledge of other programs working well within it. I don't know what kind of programs you got to boot up before you have enough knowledge to go into InDesign, because it's so inaccessible. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because I'm not even doubting the possibility of InDesign. It's an interactive PDF reader that's probably better than any other interactive PDF reader out there. Lord knows it's better than Acrobat, or not reader, but editor, maker. But I cannot agree in the slightest that Photoshop would be less accessible than InDesign. That's preposterous. Pen tool stabilizer. It makes. Oh, I see what you're saying. What you just said. Okay. Makes lines not shaky, which I need. Photoshop requires too much RAM. Photoshop does require a lot of RAM. Yeah, well, all of the Adobe stuff do, to be fair, except XD. XD is super light on RAM. Another cool thing about XD. But yeah, that's why I've had to like really pimp out my laptop with RAM just to run all this Adobe stuff. I've never used the pen tool stabilizer. I really ought to try that out. Is that on the iPad version too? Because that's where I do the sketching. I would love to have more stable pen strokes. I don't know why I immediately thought I should do the 8 red coin star in this one, because this is one of my least favorite maps to do 8 red coins, so I'm actually going to find another star to do. But it's cool that I have the choice. I can choose what stars to do. I need to take a sip. I have a little bit of coffee left. I made a latte today. Unfortunately, I started pulling the shots before I realized we're out of the typical milk that I like to use, which is just milk. But also I like to use oat milk sometimes, or almond milk. Problem is, we only had vanilla almond milk, which is like silk, I think is what it's called. Gosh, I'm not a fan of that. But, I did it anyway. And it's just a little bit sweeter than I would have liked. I don't think, I think if you're going to go with vanilla and espresso, it's a dangerous combination unless you do the safest route of using cream or milk to mix it together. because I think vanilla goes well with cream, but not necessarily with almond milk. I don't think it mixes well. And then I just taste too much sweet and not sweet mix as opposed to them blending together. That's a mini espresso rant, though. Okay. I really don't know what I'm doing in this level, but I'm gonna get that star. Where's Lapras? Where's Homie? Does he not appear yet? Oh, there he is. Oh, look at him. Look at this dude. Silk almond milk is my favorite. Yeah, it's not my thing. I just with hot chocolate, I don't know. It's just sweet. I like almond milk okay regular, but vanilla in it, I'm like, no, not so much. But also, most of my knowledge just comes from drinking it with coffee anyway, so I don't know how it is in hot chocolate. That said, with a milk steamer, which my espresso machine has, I can make some pretty bomb hot chocolate. But I really got to do that more. I have not made nearly enough hot chocolate in my life. But I think that's all because I'm such a coffee guy that it's like, oh, I might as well turn it into a mocha. Because a mocha is just hot chocolate with espresso. Okay. I got it. I did it. Yeah, look at this dude. He's gonna creep up on me like that. I don't think so. I don't think so. I like sweet, which is why I don't like coffee. Man. There's good sweet coffee out there. This is the problem. When people start when people start saying they don't like coffee, my immediate thought is to challenge them as to what kind of coffee they're drinking. I'm not going to do that though. I'm already did designer brain. I don't need to do barista brain right now. But yeah, there's I think that the problem is that a lot of stores don't do sweet coffee correctly. I think that's the real problem, because there is good ways to do sweet coffee. Some stores don't know how. Oh, wait, don't go this way. Look at that. Look at that. Pat is at a loss. A loss for words, yeah. I got stumped. Because here's the deal. Okay, so I'm actually I'm hauling over my entire. You're a coffee missionary in a sense. I'm hauling over my entire machine to where I work, because we're having like a potluck before Thanksgiving. Thank you. We're having a potluck before Thanksgiving, and I got clearance to bring my I asked my boss, and she said yes. But to bring my espresso machine to there, and because explaining I don't like coffee. Pat says doubt. That's literally what my brain thinks. Because here's all right. Now you guys got me on a coffee spiel. It's a goodbye party. Pat can talk about things he likes, like coffee. You got a 1-star at everything. Ooh, this guy. Oh, look how quick I got the bunny. I've never got the bunny that fast. The way America has treated coffee is very differently from the way Europeans have treated coffee. Because for a much longer time than America, places like Italy and France have treated coffee as a luxury beverage, not necessarily as a tool. America has really turned coffee into a tool to make you function and work and stuff like that. It's actually a little bit capitalistic. So we're at a point now where people think of coffee as like the dark, bitter coffee that's like, oh, I gotta drink this in the morning so that I can function and stuff like that. Which, caffeine definitely helps with that. I'm a different person if I don't have my caffeine. But if you start looking at coffee as a luxury drink that takes a craft to make, similar to like mixed alcoholic beverages or various other things like cooking, there's another world of possibilities that get opened up, and it really changes your definition of what coffee is. Chances are, if you don't like coffee, it's because American coffee is straight up disgusting, and has been, because we've turned it into that tool that this is a function drink. That's all this is. How funny would it be if I got the 100 coin star in Leeville Lava Land? I think this is like the hardest place to get the 100 coins, right? Am I crazy in thinking that? But we're slowly being introduced to coffee as a luxury drink. and local coffee shops are trying to really promote that more. But Starbucks, despite Starbucks being eye-opening for a lot of people that drink coffee can taste good, can taste more than bitter, Starbucks has also really industrialized the way it makes its specialty drinks to where now people think that Starbucks is the epitome of a specialty drink. It's not. It's got its place. I'm not dissing necessarily Starbucks. It knows its place. It's to offer a tool that tastes a little bit better than the tool we're used to, and it's accessible because of that. But it shouldn't be seen as the specialty coffee drink, basically. Spods hates Lethal Lava Land. It's you want to okay. Quick Lethal Lava Land review. What if we kissed in Lethal Lava Land? That'd be a lethal kiss. Ooh. Okay, we're good. We're good. No. Ah, dang it. What I actually like about Lethal Lava Land is that you can get anywhere in the map via pain, which is kind of a cool idea. If you touch lava, then you can bounce around to pretty much anywhere in it, so you can like make these gambles with yourself. It's like, is it worth traversing with that? With regards to like theming and Unity, though, could you have not just put more shapes onto the ground? It's like kind of boring, right? I want to go in the volcano. That's the thing. The volcano is actually a really cool place. I wish you could get in and out of it just by doing it instead of dying. But like, look at this place. This is like a whole new world. With regards to theming and Unity, this is way more follows a tone than the other one. Much more organic platforming, and I think that's key to a believable, explorable world, is having organic platforming. And the volcano in Lethal Lava Land is one of the better examples of that in Mario 64. Donkey Kong 64 is not a fantastic game, but that's one of the things that will always hold a strength compared to Mario 64, and other rare games share this with Donkey Kong 64, but more organic platforming that isn't just shapes on the ground and stuff. And it makes you have a real attachment to the world itself. But what I like about Lethal Lava Land is it has this volcano, which gives me a glimpse of that, you know. Even some of these like pillars, you know, just color-wise and stuff, they kind of make sense. And look, they even have decorations over here. How often does Mario 64 have physical decorations that don't serve a platforming function? It's very, very rare. And yet, there's a little bit of a story being told here, albeit a very, very small one. But this is the ruins of a once structured volcano that has since changed. And I don't know. So, all that said, I like Lethal Lava Land. Oh, yeah, no, Lethal Lava Land is one of the best levels? Okay. It was a troll. I was going to say, I was like, I actually really like Lethal Lava Land. That said, the outside area, come on. Some lazy platform placing. But, that's okay. Like, they literally have like a log. What's up with the log doing... What the log doing in the Lethal Lava Land, though? That's what I want to know. It is actually a log, right? Or is it texture different? Either way, the geometry is just out of nowhere, but... Let's see, can I see it through here? I can't see there. Maybe it's going to render later. I know there's a log somewhere in this map, isn't there? Yeah, I don't know. Think of how many different, like, just textures they have on these platforms. Like, they got these arrow ones. It's like, okay, so that's like factory setting or something industrial. Then you got these checkered, and it's like, I don't know what the heck that is. This is a puzzle. I get that they need that to have the right texture. Then you got, like, this cobblestone. Ooh. Okay, I'm not even fighting with this. But then you got another cobblestone over here. It's like, why do you got two types of cobblestone here? Where did this come from? And it's just like in a crescent moon shape. It's just such bizarre platforming. And obviously it's crescent moon because they want you to be able to shell on top of it. But there's organic ways to introduce platforming is basically what I'm saying. And Mario 64 didn't do a lot of that. Mario 64 is also very new when it did, so can't be too harsh. I'm just pointing out that there's reasons to play other platforming games on the N64. What the log doing? When that meme resurfaced just in my circle specifically, it was one of the best times of my life because I freaking love that meme. There's someone who works in the office named Dimitri, who's probably the coolest person who ever existed. And sometimes we just like to say, what the Dimitri doing? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's go one more star in here. We'll do the other one in the volcano because I love the volcano so much.
You guys have gotten me, I don't know if you're purposely doing it, you guys have gotten me to talk about like every passion though in this stream. It's a nice goodbye stream because of that. I talked about 3D world design, I talked about graphic design, I talked about barista stuff, I talked about YouTube and podcasting, just talked about everything today. This truly is the Pat stream. If you guys ever wanted to know what Pat was like, you just watch the stream. Link in the stream. Like, oh yeah, this is literally who Pat is. And then there I am. Talked about everything. I'm getting so hungry. I don't know how much longer I'll go. We're on for 2:30. Maybe I'll make it an even 3 hour, and then I'll bounce. Maybe that's what I'll do. And I'll bounce for good. The final bounce, you know. Some say the final frontier, I say the final bounce. Pretty understandable game for a final stream, too. Who's not played Mario 64? It's unheard of. Probably Tori. I bet Tori hasn't played. You haven't played this, have you, Tori? SMH. This is a classic landmark of the game to be doing for a closing stream. Woo! Okay. Yo, Lorenzo! My guy, so nice of you to stop by. Everyone, give a nice wave to Lorenzo in the chat. I hope you're doing well. Just playing some Mario 64. I've gotten most of my farewell talk and stuff out of the way. Now I'm just kind of chilling, playing some games. I'll probably be going for like 30 minutes or so. But I appreciate you stopping by. Okay, the question is, do I get more stars here or should I go back to the original, the first floor? Let's go back to the first floor. Look at those stars. I don't really need to do the pyramid stuff. Excuse me, but would this stream be complete without mentioning pistachios? Should I finish this off with the pistachio theory? Yes, I should, absolutely. Let's do Ghost Town. Ghost Town. I actually ate pistachios the other day, and it was really nice. But there's a whole theory of pistachios. I didn't make it. I've just been delivering it because the original video was gone, and no one else really knows about it. So I've been telling everybody about the pistachios. Pistachio theory is basically the idea. I'm out of the loop. But I'll catch up. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Pat visited me and it made me see how insane being a YouTuber makes you. It made him see how insane... Oh, yes, that is true. I did see all the collection stuff. Welcome, Thomas, by the way. And yes, but believe it or not, that's not what scared me away. I'm just leaving YouTube because I don't have time anymore, and I have other creative endeavors that I'm going to be working towards. And ultimately, yeah, I'm getting really into design right now, and I'm going to chase that, basically. So, what was I even talking about? Pistachios. Maybe I'll wait for pistachios to organically come up again. I don't need to do the whole spiel if other people are saying other things, because, believe me, there will always be opportunities to talk about pistachios. Flavor and texture regardless of effort. Hot take pistachios are a low-tier snack. That is a very hot take, and unfortunately, it's really sad that you have to be banned from the last stream, but can't stick around, just want to say hi. I appreciate you sticking around, or stopping by and saying hi. Hello. Nice. Yes, nice. Yeah, pistachios are great, though. They taste good. So Spot's kind of wrong on that one. Low-key, like, the best nut to have ever existed, but, you know. Yeah. This is very disjointed now. Basically, one more stream, got some backlog stuff coming up, and then adios for good. Unless I back down one day and just be like, no, I need YouTube. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could. So I'm just playing some games, hanging out with friends. Also running out of voice, running out of food, and running out of drink. So this won't go on much longer. What am I doing here, guys? What star do I ride the Big Boost merry-go-round? Oh, merry-go-round is next. I didn't know that. Let's do that. Classic merry-go-round. But yeah, I've gone on rants about design, espresso, video making, all the good stuff. YouTube definitely isn't the wave these days. Yeah, like I more than 1000% appreciate the creative parts of it, and I'm so thankful that it's been a platform for me to really explore my creative itches. and just my articulation in general. But yeah, with regards to I guess just how much you put in and what comes back, you get that creative satisfaction, which is great. But if you find yourself a job that also gives you the creative satisfaction, you know, you have to ask yourself, is it worth sticking around here? And I don't have a job like that yet, but I think I'd rather put in, as they say, full ass something and go towards the route that might make me money. If I can be creatively happy either way, which I think I will be. But I'm really happy with what I accomplished, specifically in this last year or two. I got to meet so many people, including you, Lorenzo, and so many other people that I didn't realize would be so amazing to talk to. And I learned so much about things, and I'm very thankful. And now I'm playing Mario. It all comes back to Mario 64. At the end of the day, we all come back to Mario 64, right? That's just how it goes. I don't make the rules. I just fall asleep. And I'm also an epic Mario 64 speedrunner, obviously. I know what I'm doing. I know this game like the back of someone else's hand, and can get this started. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I'm going for the clean 3-hour mark, and then it's adios. Adios, amigos. Going to lock myself into my design room and start designing stuff, hopefully, if all things go according to plan. Oh, I hit save and quit again because I was messing around with the sticks. We went from 6 stars to 22, guys. That's what you call a speed run. We're going to find Yoshi soon. Did you know Yoshi's at the top of Castle? That's pretty cool, my guy. Yoshi exists in Mario 64. Come to think of it, the original Mario 64, I don't think I've ever actually beaten it. Do we want to go? Let's go to Snowman. Go to Snowman Land. I've only beaten the DS version of Mario 64, though. And I've beaten that one a couple times, but the original, not as much. Oh, I did the... Okay, that's okay. Let's just do the slide. The classic slide. Well, how about you go design more YouTube videos? I mean, in a way... Hold the phone. The penguin's busy. Okay. Yeah, in a way, YouTube had a lot of design into because I was making thumbnails freaking every so often. But, like, every other day, really, for a while. That's the thing, is the thumbnail part was actually fun. Trying to make thumbnails that appeases the YouTube system was less fun, but the actual process of it was fun. And I'm basically just going to be doing more of that kind of stuff full on. So I just get to work around in Photoshop more. I love Photoshop. What can I say? Top tier. Yamshi. Yamshi is in this game, Tuna. You're correct. It's pretty crazy. Sometimes it sounds like Yoshi does say Yamshi. Like, Yamshi. I will say Yoshi's currently not my favorite character to fight in Smash right now, though. So I've been playing against a Yoshi main who is making things annoying. Anyway, gotta step away. Cheers, bro. Never hesitate to reach out. Thank you, Lorenzo. I really appreciate that. Always a pleasure talking to you. We should play Smash again sometime. A good match for me because you're far better than I am, so we should make that happen. But also, enjoy the rest of your day. I keep not... Okay, now's the big penguin race. Yes, okay. This is where we play the famous game show. Are you faster than a penguin when sliding down an icy slide? That's the question. I've been wanting to answer this my whole life. I've been applying to get on this show since day one, and now I'm here. And as one thing that everybody knows about this race is there's a shortcut in this map, and you can totally use the shortcut to beat this penguin. How cool is that? Oh no, I accidentally missed it. Guess I gotta do it legit. Oh, is this legit though? Okay, no, that was really dumb. That was really dumb. I don't know how to choose this slide, and I shouldn't have even attempted. In fact, I shouldn't even be attempting the slide at all because I'm not good at it, but here we are. Here we are, trying to draw out the next 20 minutes because I'm getting really hungry. How many stars can we get in 20 minutes? That's the new speedrun question. Leave your answers in chat, or don't. I don't fully care. This is the goodbye stream. See, I don't have to try anymore. I can just officially stop trying. I can be as unbrand friendly as I want, and it won't really matter. How crazy is that? I could say, what if I just start swearing out of my mouth, just out of nowhere? Ignore what happened on stream, by the way. What if I started doing that as my final goodbye? That'd be pretty crazy. You would not believe the potty mouth I would have. You'd be like, that's Pat talking? That's insane. It would be insane. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that, just so we're clear. I'm gonna be Pat until the end. Patnat until Patnat's no more. Man, I won't even need to like change my hand. I don't need to have Patnat as my handles anymore. Like on Discord and stuff like that, I could just change it to just Pat. That's an interesting thing to think about. I saw a chat message and I want to read it more than slide, but that's okay. Ah, I hate the slide. Let Pat say heck. Yes, let Pat say heck. It's been too long since I've said heck. I've been censoring heck this entire time. Heck's up with that. I'm gonna not do that level, actually. I've decided. I'm going back to Jolly Roger Bay. I'm going to water level because I'm a platformer, and platformers love water levels, right? That's how it goes. That's how it be. Let's go talk to Jolly Roger B, also known as Jolly Roger Bay. I think I'm getting a little bit delirious from hunger. Pat Not. That is me. I am Pat Not anymore. I've had the name Patnat since before 2010, I'm pretty sure. I can't remind myself the exact date, but it was for a different online game, Mario Maker game before Mario Maker was a thing, and I did it because it rhymed, and I stuck with it since. But I don't need an online persona anymore. Like, I don't need an online gamer tag. I mean, I'll still be playing games. I'll use Patnat for that. But what I mean is, I can literally not be Patnat anymore. That's pretty crazy. I've been Patnat for 8 years. I mean, for longer than 8 years, but I've been promoting Patnat for 8 years, I should say. What happens if you go in here? Oh, can you not go in there? Okay, I really don't know much about this game, which is weird because I've played it a ton. It's also going to be really strange playing games without needing any kind of like it's weird to say, but recorder mode is going to go down a lot. Even when I don't record games, my head treats it like recorder mode a lot of times, and that's just going to go down. Like, my head's going to stop thinking about as if I was doing commentary. I imagine that's the natural step, right? Right? I don't know. Time will tell. That's a death box, by the way. I know that much. Alright, the red coins are so split in this map. Is there one down there? Let's get those ones down here. Pink Venom. Yeah, that's a whole nother gamer tag. I think I still have a few things. I think my Xbox Gamer Pass is that. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, Xbox is doing another $1 for 3 months of Game Pass, which is an insane deal. Just remember to cancel it when you're done, unless you want to keep it. I mean, it still is a decent deal. It's just expensive without it. Can I? Okay, I thought you could cheese it. You can't cheese it. But yeah, so many games on there. Holy crap. They did it a while back, and then the 3 months ran out, and then they were like, do it again. They're just begging you to get Game Pass, basically. And I think they're relying on you buying DLC. Little do they know, I don't buy no DLC, so... you know how it is. But yeah, it's a cool thing. Come here, doggy. I've been playing Sea of Thieves like crazy, last time I had it. So I'm going to talk to myself about gaming, but I cannot do that for 3+ hours. Major props to those who can. Yeah. Yeah. I think major props to those who could be entertaining for 3 hours plus. I don't think I can really get that far. Part of the reasons I didn't stream much is I really don't think I'm particularly fantastic at it. I think I'm okay at the shorter term recording stuff. Streaming is just a little bit more out of my wheelhouse. Despite how much easier it is to do, functionality-wise, freaking you don't have to edit anything. I love the idea of that. But what other red coins are there? When it comes to actually talking, I try to only stream with people because of that. Okay. Low-key secret. Low-key secret. Are you what I look... Yeah, there you are, home slice. Low-key secret. There is a very slight... I wish SOT had private servers so we wouldn't get spawn death. I don't know what SOT is. Oh, Sea of Thieves! Oh. Yeah, no, the spawn stuff is crazy. What's also crazy is no matter how hard I try to convince the boys to play freaking Sea of Thieves, they will not do it. They're just not into it. So I end up manning the ship by myself every time. And I've gotten good at it, but like, dang, it's very much a solo adventure for me now. But also there's something kind of cool about that. But yeah, what was I saying? If I were to return in a video capacity or adjacent, it'd probably be streaming, I imagine. Just because I could play games and talk. It wouldn't be for the sake of gaining a reputation or brand or anything like that. It would just entirely be like, if I play anyway, I might as well talk to people while I do it. But I still don't have plans to do it. That's not on the docket. It's just that would be the capacity that would probably be the most accessible if I were to return, which I don't plan. Like, we love the PvE, but the PvP is just cringe. That's true. But I also have... The PvP fights I've won have been super intense. Let me tell you the story about Trent. My buddy Trent, previous roommate, longtime family friend, he's a good cannon person, and I'm a good steerer. And we were being chased down to the ends of the earth by one other ship, same size as ours. Can the eel come out to play? The nerd. Oh, this is a different one with Earl. Shoot, what was I saying? Yeah, chasing us to the ends of the earth until we end up also getting chased by a ghost ship. Like, shoot, that sucks. But we were able to sick the ghost ship on them, and then we got away, which is really funny. But they still ended up following us, and we had to use a harpoon gun eventually at some rocks so we could do a sharp turn and then start shooting them. And we did. We accidentally ended up ramming the ship into them, and it was clipping through their ship. And Trent, master of the cannons, is still just shooting inside their ship. I mean, the cannon's literally clipped inside of it, but he's still shooting, dealing damage. Their ship starts sinking, and then one of their guys jumps out of the boat, starts swimming towards us. And then I launch myself out of the cannon. Give me the star. I'm about to die. Give me the star. Give me the star. No. Give me the star. No. I'm so close. No, give it. Give it. I'm going to die. Okay. Oh, it doesn't give it to me. Oh, it's a short swim. I can do it. 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 Yes. Okay. I got it. Can you eel come out to play, please? I didn't like saying that. Yeah. But basically, the guy ended up swimming to our ship, or swimming close to our ship. I rocketed out to him. I sorted him to death in the water, and that was my most positive PvP experience. The rest involved me dying to people who don't even get much yields from it. But what can I say? I love the game, though. It's so much fun. Pog, pog, pog. It is pog, pog, pog. And I think I'm going to call it 10 minutes early. I'm going to call it 10 minutes early. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting tired. My voice is draining. I believe there's no pause music, so I can just put pause, right? Oh, there's a tiny bit of pause music. Let's just go home screen then. Fellas. Oh, I was clenching watching that. Yeah, I know. I was getting a little bit worried there. I don't know if my voice could really project how worried I was, but thankfully it did. We're done playing the game. I'm done with the stream. Fun talking to people. Thanks to all who showed up. Thanks to all watching the VOD. I'll make sure that this gets VODed somewhere. It was fun. Was at work the whole time. Oh, good to know that you're getting paid to watch me, as everybody should get paid to watch me. That is the ultimate form of making money. I think is to get paid to watch streams. So, uh, I appreciate everyone coming out. I appreciate everyone watching over the last 8 years. Obviously, not fully 8 years of watching, and not everybody's been watching for 8 years, but it's been really fun. I obviously have loved making YouTube videos, and I've loved collaborating with people and meeting so many people I wouldn't have normally met. The whole thing is just such a positive experience that I'll remember fondly. I cannot imagine myself ever forgetting how fun this experience was. So I appreciate that, and thank you guys for being a part of that. Um, Couple videos coming out here and there, and then eventually it'll just stop. And just know that I will be moving on to bigger and better things. And for something that requires your guys' attention, you can follow me on Twitter, and that's where it will be announced. Probably won't be using Twitter much. Also, if you just want to see my opinions on games, I'm just saying, backlogged. I'm still using backlogged. Freaking love backlogged. Great way to find out what I think about games, since that's pretty much all I talk about anyway. How long has it been for us? 5 years. First, Ultra K Core Season 3 first started happening in 2017. It was recorded like early 2017, I believe. So, it's 4 years, approaching 5, coming up soon. For James the Douglas, it was a little bit closer to, 2016, 4 or 5. Yeah. For James the Douglas, it's going to be 5 years pretty soon here. But dearly departed, we are gathered here today to witness the life of PatNat YouTube. Yes. There was life of PatNat YouTube, and we have witnessed it. Yeah, K Core, the core group has been around since I don't remember when we started that. The dates are all, there's been so many dates that they get lost. Season 1 started around the time, a little bit before you joined, and then I don't remember. You guys officially joined K Core though in 2019, and then the stuff we did in 2019, super fun. All those series we did, super fun. The marathon's super fun. Yeah, 4 then, approaching 5 though. It'll be 5 pretty soon here. And then yeah, it's just met so many people and done so many projects, and big part of my life. So it's gonna be fun, and I thank you guys for watching. Both people here in chat, and of course people who watch this later. Thank you guys. It's been a wild ride, and I really appreciate that. And hopefully there might be a marathon where you get to see me again. That's the plan, at least. If people will still be around by then, I don't know. Now is PyCore. There's been a lot of people talking about PyCore. I forget who started. I feel like Ben has mentioned PyCore a couple times too, though. PyCore is actually an idea, though, that Trent also had, that he was talking to Danny about a K-Core rival channel called PyCore. I don't think that's happening, but still a funny idea. Anyway, yes, all the waves and all the buys and the Venera definitely is. It's going to feel like a weight lifted off my mind, though, to not even have to spend time thinking about YouTube. That's going to be pretty cool. But also, I'll still be, in Discord. I'll be playing games. K-Core is having its SMP season. I'm going to be playing in that. Not recording, but playing. So, I'll be around. All right. That's going to do it. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. And it's weird. My usual outro is I'll see you guys in the next video. I can't really say that now. I might see you, I might not. I hope you guys have a good life. A good fun time, a good work, good ethic, good everything. Yeah, it's been fun. So long. Goodbye. I'm transitioning to the standby screen, actually. That's what I'll do. Good talking to y'all. I'll see y'all. Later.